Hey there, it's a Rasquatch back again. We're down to the last three teams for our 12-team users in the NCAA 2012 Dynasty project that we're working on. Um, this next team we're going to be looking at is Connecticut or UConn. So they're going to play in the Big East, which is a little bit better conference than a lot of these other teams. And, just looking at the quarterbacks overall, you can see that, they should have a pretty good shot. However, wanted to talk a little bit about the team. Um, their coach, Randy Asal, he had been with them since 1999 at this point, back when they were still in the Atlantic 10 Conference. Then they joined the Independents for several years, and 2004 is their first season where they've joined the Big East Conference. So they had a 9-3 season and then 6-6 before that. So they've been building up to some success here offensively, and we're going to help them even further by bringing in Blake to be their offensive coordinator. Now, unlike typical Connecticut football, which is a little more pro style, they ran the ball maybe 60% of the time, but he's bringing an air raid style, much like a lot of the coaches. I noticed that must be a popular offense, but yeah, so bringing in a more pass-heavy air raid, which makes sense when you have Dan Orlovsky. So without further ado, let's take a quick look at the roster. So as you can see, you'll have pro quarterback Dan Orlovsky, and then beyond that, though, they're going to need to do some work because they'll be in a lot of trouble next season without him. They got a good halfback who's only a junior, so this power back should be around next season, and then from there you can see a pretty deep running back core overall. Then at fullback, looking at pretty average overall there, but utilizing their fullbacks more as receivers than anything else. Then at wide receiver, we're looking at kind of an average group of receivers for this particular conference, but fairly experienced. Are going to need to recruit some better ones for sure. And then taking a look at tight ends, nobody with any kind of speed. They're going to have to be possession guys or blockers. Their O-line at left tackle, he looks very good. Should be good protecting the blind side. He'll be a borderline. This Krug will be a borderline pro. Then fall off a little bit, but then Billy Irwin at center. And then the right side struggling quite a bit. So 2 of your 5 positions in the offensive line are pretty solid. The rest could definitely use some work. As far as goals, you see the goals here should be a little more difficult than the ones we've been seeing. Yeah, 21 points a game on average, at least 3,000 passing yards, winning 8 games, which we'll have to see. They win 8-4 in the actual 2004 season, so we'll have to see if they can maintain that. But as far as losing any prestige, the only thing they can really do is not get to 3,000 total yards, not win 4 games, not get 10 touchdown passes. So, and in a pass-heavy offense like this one, it should be fairly simple. So then we'll go into recruiting. As far as that goes, you'll see their pitches are a little bit better because they're a little bit better of a prestige team. However, they are in a tougher conference, so just keep that in mind. But their conference prestige, as you can see, is much better. They have a good fan base. Coach prestige is low, though. And other than that, pro potential now are just slightly above average. So not as easy as you might think to recruit. And then taking a look at their actual team needs, that's one thing that you'll see is they have 5 out of their 10 needs are on offense. However, they had a lot of players that are below average after this season, so it looks like they have a real good shot at doing well this season. And then I wouldn't be surprised if in 2005, 2006, unless they recruit really, really well, that they're going to see a pretty drastic drop-off in talent. Well, I'll say they live up to that 8-4 rating this year. I think they can do well. I think Orlovsky's going to lead them and kind of be the person that's going to have to take them all the way if they're going to get to that many wins. But only time will tell. Well, thanks for listening.